We'll start with a breathing exercise. Feet together, toes and heels touch. Interlace all 10 fingers. Place them underneath the chin. Relax the shoulders, stand up nice and tall. Ground your heels, spine is straight. Focus one spot. You will inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. You may want to watch the first few rounds if you've never done this before. Let's begin. Inhale through the nose, lift your elbows up high as possible, full lungs. Exhale through the mouth, look back. Elbows come forward together to touch. Inhale through the nose, head down, elbows up, stomach in. Exhale through your mouth. Elbows together to touch. Inhale, head down, elbows up. Exhale. Elbows come together to touch. Keep the legs engaged, belly in, spine straight. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Inhale, just a couple more. Elbows up even higher. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, full lungs. Exhale. And releasing. Arms back down by your sides. We'll go for half moon pose. On an inhale, circle your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Suck your stomach in. Inhale, stretch up towards the ceiling, and slowly warm the spine by moving right and left several times. Just working into both sides of the body here. When you cross the center, stretch up a little taller. Really elongating, lengthening your spine, shifting around a bit, stretching out, becoming a little taller. Then come on up. Stop in the middle. Contract your thighs, hips a little forward. Keep your chin lifted, arms and head back. Palms together all the way up to the wrists. On an inhale, stretch up long in a straight line. And exhale, move your body to the right. Push your hips to the left, without bending your elbows, without bending your knees. Keep your left hip forward, right shoulder forward. The belly is in. The weight is in your heels. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, going a little deeper. Feeling the sensation going down the left side of your body, growing out of the waist. Breathing deeply and calmly, keeping buoyancy in the chest. Change. Inhale, coming back through center. Switching sides and resetting here. Belly is in, lock your knees. On an inhale, stretch up, palms together. And then drop it over to the left, hips to the right. Right hip forward, left shoulder forward. Keep your chin up, face is relaxed. Arms straight, legs straight. Both feet flat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, going a little deeper. Remembering to breathe. If you're having trouble breathing, you're too deep into the pose. Come out a little ways. Throat should be relaxed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, seeing if you can go a little further. Change. Inhale, coming back through center. Arms stay up at your ears. We'll go straight into a back bend, so relax your head back. Take a deep breath, stretch up, try to touch the sky, and move. Arms back, lift your chest up, push your hips forward. Body weight is in the heels. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, going a little deeper. Arms back, go back, fall back, and change. Coming up through center. Fingers stay interlaced, arms at the ears. Inhale, grow taller, lengthen. And exhale, fall forward, forward bend. Bend your knees, bringing the hands to the floor. And bend through the legs several times. Head is heavy, shifting the weight from side to side. Shoulders and neck are relaxed, warming up the spine and stretching it in all directions. And we'll go for our forward bend. So bend your knees deeply, lift through the heels. Place the hands, palm face up, under the back of the heels, stepping on all 5 fingers of both hands, baby fingers into touch. Elbows are wrapped behind the calf muscles. shoulders away from the ears. Your forehead is connected to the legs. There's no gap between your body and your legs. Now pull on your heels as you stretch your body down. Knees can be bent here. The goal is to never lose the connection between your upper body and your lower body. Press through the balls of your feet, rolling the weight forward. The forehead stays glued to the legs. Every inhale working on straightening through the legs, and every exhale pulling on the heels, sliding the forehead down the shins closer to the toes. Shoulders are away from the ears. Lift your hips as you stretch your body down. Inhale, lifting through the hips. Exhale, stretching down. And change. Under your arms, reach your arms out in front of you, interlacing the fingers, finding the grip. Knees can be bent here, nice flat back. Inhale, press through the feet, arms stay up at the ears, slowly coming back up to a standing position. And exhale, arms down by your side. Next is awkward pose. Step the right foot to the right, feet are hip distance. Inhale, arms come out in front of you, parallel to the mat. Shoulders roll down the back. Energize out through the fingertips. Suck your stomach in. Stretch up tall. Exhale, sit down halfway. Bringing maximum body weight into your heels, like you're sitting in a chair. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Belly is engaged. Tailbone down, lengthening the spine. Upper body back, weight in your heels. Shoulders down, stomach in, sit down, hold it. Arms are parallel to the mat. Reach them out long. Hold it. Change. Come all the way back up. Arms remain long out in front of you. The second part. Come all the way up onto the toes, as high as you can. We'll inhale here. And exhale. Sit down halfway. Keep your heels up, knees up, belly in. Spine is straight, like you're leaning up against a wall. Upper body back, knees up, heels up. Maybe a smile. Remembering that shaking is good. And change. Staying up on the toes as you slowly come all the way back up, arms remain out in front of you. Exhale, heels to the mat. And we'll go into the third part of the pose. Bring your knees, thighs together, coming up a little bit onto your toes. On an inhale, stretching long. And exhale, coming down slowly for the count of 10. Shoulders roll down the back. Chest is lifted. Working your inner thighs here, controlling the breath. Arms parallel to the mat. Keep your knees together, slowly lowering hips towards the heels. Knees point down. And as slow as you can, come back up. High up onto the heels. Heels come back down towards the mat. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Arms come down by your side. Next is eagle pose. Inhale, arms reach over your head sideways. And exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, crossing at the elbows. If you don't have the flexibility, it's no big deal, just going to wherever you can. Suck your stomach in, sit down halfway, like you're sitting in a chair. Inhale, lift your right leg up and over the left. Wrap your foot around, upper body back. Knees to the right, upper body left. Hold it. Lengthen up, belly in, shoulders down. Give it one more squeeze, seeing if you can sit down even lower. And change, unwrapping. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm underneath the right. Suck your stomach in, sit down. Inhale, left leg up and over right, seeing if you can wrap the toes around your calf muscle. Upper body back, knees to the left, upper body to the right. Hold it. Belly in, lengthen up, shoulders down. Giving it one more squeeze, seeing if you can sit down even lower. And change, unwrapping. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, arms down by your side. Next is standing head to knee. Shift the weight into the left foot. Contract the left thigh. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Interlace your fingers, suck your stomach in. Round over and pick up your right foot. Since this is an express class, we aren't going to go into our full expression today. Now the first phase of the posture is just keeping that left leg locked. If the left leg is locked, and only if it is locked, then begin to lift, right heel up. Staying here and lengthening through the legs. Pull up through the thighs. Relax the shoulders. If you'd like, you can bring elbows down. Final phase would be to bring the head to the knee, but today we're going to simply release. Coming out of it. Right foot back to the mat, and we'll go for the other side. Weight is in the right leg. Pick up your left leg. Interlace your fingers. Suck your stomach in. Pick up the left foot. Focus on the right leg. The right leg is locked. Belly in. If the standing leg is locked, left heel lifts. If your standing knee is bending, staying in the first position. If both legs are locked, elbows can come down, lengthening through the legs. Belly is in. Change. Slowly back your way out. Left foot down to the mat. And we'll go for standing bow pulling pose. Feet together, heels and toes touch. Right hand up, elbow at the waist, palm facing up. Bring it out to the side. Grab your right foot from the inside of the ankle, palm facing away from the body. Bring your knees together to start. On an inhale, left arm up, left shoulder to the chin. Right shoulder is back. Inhale, lift, standing up tall. And exhale, begin to kick your right leg up and back behind you, kicking into the hand with the foot and the foot with the hand. Right shoulder getting pulled back, left shoulder stretches forward, shoulder stretching out in opposite directions. Shifting forward, trying to get your belly parallel to the floor. Left arm is strong out in front of you, helping you balance. Reaching the left fingertips out towards the front of the room. Kicking your right leg back and up, keeping the right hip down, finding that sweet spot and holding here. Breathe. And change. Slowly kick your way back out. Foot back down to the mat, arms down by your side. Feet together, left hand up, bring it out to the side. Grab the inside of your left foot, knees together to start. Right arm up at the ears, inhale, grow tall, full lungs. And exhale, kick. Left hip stays down, right arm strong out in front of you. Belly comes parallel to the mat. Shoulder stretching out in opposite directions. Left leg kicking up and back behind you. Continue kicking. Kicking into the hand with the foot and the foot with the hand. Finding that sweet spot. Hold it. Breathe. And slowly release. Foot down to the mat, arms down by your side. And we'll go for balancing stick. So come to the back of your mat, feet together. On an inhale, arms circle overhead, interlacing the fingers, releasing the index fingers, thumbs crossed. Stretch up tall, and step your right foot forward, big step. Point the left toes and move. Body down, leg up. Arms and leg parallel to the mat. Gaze is looking forward, 2 feet in front of your mat, creating a T-shaped side-on. Hips are in one line, left toes are pointed. Arms stretching forward, toes stretching back. Stretching in opposite directions. Belly is in. And change. Step on back. Left toes down to the mat, right foot steps back to meet the left. Arms stay up at the ears. Left foot steps forward a big step. Point your right toes and move. Body down, leg up, creating a capital T-shaped side-on. Arms are in line with the ears, belly is in, stretching forward and back in opposite directions. Right toes are pointed. Look out, lock out your elbows, lock out your knees. Gaze is 2 feet out in front of your mat. Hold it. Breathe. Change. Step on back. Right foot to the mat. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Arms down by your side. Taking a couple breaths here. Maybe feeling that heart beating proudly within your chest. And we'll go for standing separate leg stretching. So turn 90 degrees so your toes are facing the long side of your mat. Feet together, toes and heels touching. Inhale, arms up over your head sideways. And exhale, right foot steps out to the right, a nice big step. Arms come down to make a T. Pull your arms back, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, stretching up tall. And as you exhale, swan dive the body forward. Come all the way down towards the mat. And now grab onto your feet from the outside. If you can't grab onto the feet, grab onto the ankles, grab onto the calves, grabbing onto wherever you can here. Toes are slightly pigeon-toed. The first thing you're going to work on is straightening out the knees, maybe taking a wider stance to get those legs towards straight. If your legs aren't straight, you're staying here working on the stretch. If your legs are straight, and only if your legs are straight, go ahead and start to pull by using your arms. Arms bend at the elbows, pulling on the feet, trying to get your forehead to touch the floor. Your eyes are open. You're looking in between your 2 big toes. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, going a little deeper. If your elbows are bending, bring your shoulders away from the ears. Use your upper body strength to pull your head closer to the floor. And change. Look forward, arms stretch out like wings, rising with a flat back all the way up. Right foot steps in to meet the left as you bring your arms up over your head. And exhale, arms down by your side. Next is Trikonasana, triangle pose. On an inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms parallel to the mat as the right foot steps out a big step, maybe 4 feet between the heels. Turn your right foot all the way, toes facing the front of the mat. 2 heels in one line. On an inhale, bend your right knee and sit down and bounce. Bounce, 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 until the right thigh is parallel to the floor. Arms back, inhale. And exhale, both arms move. Right elbow against the right knee, fingertips in between the big and second toe. Look up towards the left fingertips. Stretch up, stretch down. 2 shoulders stretching in opposite directions. Try to touch your chin to the left shoulder. The stomach is in, body up, chest up. Left thigh is contracted, left knee locked, twisting the chest open. And change. Inhale, come on up, straightening through the right leg. Arms stay there, right toes in, left toes move to face the other side of the mat. Inhale, bend your left knee and sit down and bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Arms back. Inhale. And on an exhale, both arms move. Left thigh parallel to the floor. Fingertips in between the big and second toe. Touch your chin to right shoulder, looking up. Arms stretch in opposite directions. Right hip is down and forward. The right leg is strong, pushing into the outside of that right foot. Upper body turns and twists, open to the sky. And change. Inhale, come on up. Straighten through the left leg. Inhale, right foot moves to meet the left, arms up over your head. Exhale, arms down by your side. Standing here in stillness, slowing down the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Next is standing separate head to knee. On an inhale, both arms up. Exhale, right foot steps out, feet 3 foot distance. Arms over your head sideways, hands in prayer, thumbs are crossed. Pivot on the heels, face the right. Bring that left hip forward 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On an inhale, stretch up. And on an exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and slowly round down, bringing your forehead to your knee. Hands can come out in front of your foot. You can bend that front knee as much as you need to get the forehead to knee touch. Bring your right hip back, left hip forward and down, belly in. Arms can maybe come back together in prayer, thumbs crossed. No space between the forehead and the knee. Left hip forward and down, belly in. And change. On an inhale, slowly round up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Pivot, face the front, and pivot on the heels again to face the left. Bring that right hip forward 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, tuck your chin, round down, bringing your forehead to your knee. Left hip up, right hip down. Remembering to breathe, belly in. Working on all the internal organs here, flushing that lymphatic system. Forehead to knee, keep right hip forward, left hip back. And change, slowly coming up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Pivot on the heels to face the front. Right foot steps back to meet the left, arms down by your side. And we'll go for tree pose. Feet together, heels and toes touch. Shift the weight into your left foot. Using both hands, pick up the right foot, grabbing it from the inside with your left hand. Heel into the groin. Finding your balance here. Right hand coming to prayer in front of the chest. And if it feels right, bringing your left hand up to meet the right. Shoulders roll down the back. The chest is lifted. Standing leg is straight. If this feels okay, fold forward. Hands to the mat. Bend your left knee. Sit down in toe stand. Heel underneath the center of the hips. Go ahead and walk your hands to the side of the hips. And when you have your balance, left hand up, right hand up. Stretch up tall, balancing here. And change. Hands back to the mat. Straighten through the standing leg, coming back through tree. And exhale, right foot comes to meet the left, arms down by your side. And we'll go for the other side. So shift the weight into that right foot this time. Sole of the left foot coming up for half lotus. Finding your balance here. Left hand comes in prayer in front of the chest, and bringing your right hand up to meet the left. Shoulders roll down the back, buoyant in the chest. If this feels good, slowly fold forward from the hips. Touch your hands to the floor. Bend your right knee. Sit down, heel center of the hips. Walk your hands to the side of your hips one by one. When you have your balance, left hand up, right hand up. Left knee down. Hug the knees down a little, getting long in the spine, light and lifted. And change, slowly making your way back up to a tree. And exhale, left foot down to meet the right, arms down by the side. Go ahead and turn around and find Shavasana. Lay down on your back. Arms rest next to your sides, palms face up. And we'll go for wind removing pose. Hug your right knee into your chest, interlacing the fingers 2 inches below the knee. And pull your right knee down into your right shoulder, feeling the compression in that right hip joint. The left toes are flexed. Left leg is lengthening out. If your left shoulder came off the floor, roll some body weight over, grounding it down. Inhale, breathe, pull a little deeper, and change. Right leg extends out long. The toes are flexed. Pull your left knee into the chest, pulling it down into your left shoulder until you feel that compression in the left hip joint. Both shoulders pressing into the mat. The right toes are flexed. Inhale, pull a little deeper, and change. Hug both knees into the chest, giving yourself a big hug. Grabbing onto opposite elbows, or if that's not happening, grabbing onto the forearms or the wrists. Feet are together side by side. Relax your feet. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Head is on the floor. Tuck your chin to lengthen through the back of the neck, pulling into the knees, trying to get your entire vertebrae flat to the floor. And release, Shavasana. Next is a sit-up. So on the inhale, we'll go for a big body yawn, and on the exhale, arms stay at the ears as we sit up. Forehead comes to the knees, and we'll exhale strongly 2 times. So let's do it. Arms overhead, flex your feet, take an inhale, and sit up. Double exhale, forehead to the knee. Next is spine strengthening. So we'll start with COBRA. Roll over onto your stomach. Hands under the shoulders. Zip up your legs. Inhale, peel your chest off the floor. Come up halfway. Elbows in, shoulders down. Belly button stays on the mat. Legs are strong and engaged, and we're breathing here. Take one more inhale, seeing if you can go up even further. And exhale, slowly lowering. Arms down at the sides, palms face up. Right ear resting on the mat. Next is locust. Chin forward. Lift your hips. Bring your arms underneath your body. Spread your fingers wide, hands palm facing down. Pinkies and wrists touch. Shift forward. Relax your left leg. Lock out your right leg. And on an inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Stretch your right leg back and up. Push your hands into the mat. Press your chest, shoulders forward and down. Right toes are pointed, leg is straight. Change. Right leg down. Relax your right leg. Lock out your left leg. On an inhale, left leg lifts. Stretch your left leg back and up. Push your hands into the mat. Chest and shoulders press forward and down. Left toes pointed. Leg is straight. Left hip is down. And change. Going into the third part of the pose. So mouth down into the mat. Zip up your legs. 2 legs become 1. Elbows are in. On an inhale, press the palms down as you lift both legs up towards the sky. Stretch your legs back. Legs, hips, everything lifts. Chest and shoulders down. Legs are straight. Inhale, lift, seeing if you can go a little higher. And exhale, release. Coming back down. Left ear rests on the mat. Arms at the sides, palms face up. Feeling the blood rush through those elbows. And we'll go for full locust. Chin forward. Bring your arms out to the side. Zip up your legs. On an inhale, lift everything off the mat. Chest up, chin up, legs up, arms back, feet together, lift up. like a 777 taking flight. Go up, chest up, chin up, legs up, seeing if you can go up a little bit higher, and change. Right ear rests on the mat, arms down by the side. And we'll go for bow pose. Chin forward, bend your knees. Grab your feet a couple inches below the toes. Knees, feet close together. Exhale. And on an inhale, lift, chest, chin, knees, and thighs, kicking the legs back and up. Relax the shoulders, looking up, knees in, toes out. Kick up, look up, kick up. Change. Slowly lower. Left ear rests on the mat, arms, palms face down. Breathing here. Bring your hands under your shoulders, come on up to a kneeling position for fixed firm pose. So knees are together, toes wider than the hips. Sit down in between the feet. Put your hands onto your feet and then slowly go back. Right elbow down, left elbow down, resting on the forearms. Stay here or option to drop your head back. Top of the head touches the floor. Tuck your chin in until the back of the head touches. If your knees are coming up off the floor, you are too far and need to come out of it. For full expression, hands come over the head, grabbing onto opposite elbows. But a lot of people need to stay within the first few phases. You're still getting 100% of the benefits no matter where you are in the pose. We're flushing out the knees and the ankles here. And change. When you're ready, place one hand on the foot, elbows down, pushing yourselves up. Turn around, lie down on your back, Shavasana. On an inhale, arms reach overhead, stretch, and sit up, forehead to knee, double exhale. Next is half tortoise. Come to the back of the mat. Sit down Japanese style. On an inhale, arms over the head, palms together, thumbs crossed. Stretch up, elbows locked, arms at the ears, chin up. And slowly go down, chin away from the chest. Try to keep the hips to the heels best you can here. Forehead to the floor first, and then the tip of the middle fingers. Squeeze the knees together, shoulders up at the ears, elbows, wrists off the mat. Stretching forward and backward in opposite directions. On an inhale, shoulders, elbows, fingers forward. And exhale, squeeze the knees, squeeze the thighs, and sit your hips back onto your heels. So inhale, stretching forward. Exhale, squeezing and stretching back. And change. Slowly come on up. And arms down by your side. We'll go for camel pose. So come to the middle of the mat. Stand up on the knees, 6 inches between the knees and the feet. Hands to the hips, fingers towards the floor. Roll the shoulders down the back. Take a deep breath and push the hips forward. Drop your head back. Go back halfway. Hips forward, head back. Staying here or grab onto your heels. Right hand, right heel, left hand, left heel. Thumbs outside, full grip with the palms on the heels. Take a breath. And push. Stomach, legs, hips forward. Head back, chest up. Push more. Open the chest, open the throat. And change. Hands back to the hips, and on an inhale, slowly coming back up. Lower the hips back down towards the heels. Turn around, Shavasana. Taking a couple breaths here. Feeling your heart beating proudly in the chest. And we'll go for another sit-up. Inhale, stretch. Double exhale, sit up, forehead to the knees. Next is rabbit pose. Sit down, knees and feet together, Japanese style. Grab onto your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside. Tuck your chin to your throat. Hold your heels, suck your stomach in, and round down. Bringing your forehead to the knees, top of the head to the floor. With your head on the floor, lift your hips. Coming up until your arms are straight, shoulders away from the ears, stomach in. Feeling that nice stretch down the back of the body. Very little weight on the head. Most of the weight is in the grips here. Pull on the heels, lift the hips. And change. Hips down, and slowly rolling back up. We'll go right into separate leg stretching. So the right leg comes out cornerwise to the front of the mat. Bend your left knee so the sole of the foot is in your right inner thigh. Inhale, your arms up over your head sideways, interlace your grip. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down to the right. Bring your forehead to touch your right knee. If it's not touching, bend your right knee as much as you need to get the forehead to knee touch. Grabbing your feet 2 feet or your foot 2 inches below your toes. If you cannot grab your toes, bend your knee. Flex your toes towards your face, so the heel of your foot is the furthest point away from the body. Now roll your left shoulder in and down, working the shoulders in one line. If that right leg is long on the floor, you start to pull your elbows down towards the ground. And change. Come on up. Arms at the ears. Bring the left leg out and bend in the right knee. Tuck the chin into your chest and go on down. Forehead to knee. The pose is forehead to knee stretching, so bend your left knee as much as possible to get that forehead to the knee, grabbing onto your foot. All 5 toes back towards your face. The heel is kicking out away from you. Right shoulder rolls in and down, 2 shoulders in one line, remembering to breathe. If your left leg is flat to the floor with the forehead to the knee, go ahead and bring those elbows down into the mat. And change. Come on up. Both legs out in front of you. Grab onto your big toes with your first 2 fingers. The knees can be bent here. Thumbs face up in the air for forward fold. So move your hips out of the way. Walk them back right and left several times. If your back is rounding, bend your knees, straightening out the spine. Pull your shoulder blades together. If your knees are bending, you're just going to work on straightening out the legs with a long spine. Once your legs are straight and your spine is long, that's when you start to bend your arms at the elbows and pull your body towards your big toes. Wherever you are, you're using your breath. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, chest to thighs, head moves a little closer to the toes. The spine is straight, the toes are flexed. The legs are engaged. And change, coming back up. And we'll go for spine twist. So fold the left leg under. Bring the right leg over. Heel should touch the knee. The foot is flat. The spine is straight. Bring your right hand behind the back like a kickstand, ensuring the spine stays straight. Inhale, left arm up and over. Have it push that right knee back and try to grab your knee that's on the floor. Your chin looks over your shoulder as you twist over to the right. Take an inhale as you lengthen your spine. And exhale, twist. Drop your right hip bone down to the floor if it's off the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. See if you can twist a little further here. And change. Untwist out. Switch the legs. So the right knee is bent on the floor and the heel of your left foot goes up and over. Right heel is touching the left hip. Left arm behind you as a kickstand. Inhale, right arm up. And then over. Have the right arm gently push back that left leg, trying to grab your knee that's down on the floor. And you're breathing. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting over to the left. Drop your left hip bone down to the ground if it's come up. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, seeing if you can twist a little deeper. And change. Untwisting out. We'll go right into our final breathing exercise. Sitting Japanese style, hands on your thighs, sitting up nice and straight, shoulders rolled down the back. This last breathing exercise is like blowing out a candle, breathing in and out of the mouth, only focusing on the exhale. The inhales will happen naturally. It sounds like this. Pulling the navel into the spine with every exhale. Swallow a couple times. Eyes gaze forward. Relax your belly, and let's begin. Everyone, inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, everyone. Swallow a couple times. Take a few inhales and exhales, maybe licking the lips. And we'll begin again, going a little quicker this time. So let's begin. Everyone, inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn around and relax in your final resting pose, Shavasana. Closing down the eyes here. Shoulders roll down the back. Arms rest next to the body, palms face up. Legs are relaxed. Heels in. Toes splayed out to either side of the mat. Total relaxation as you feel yourself melt into the ground beneath you, allowing the floor to support the weight of your entire body. It's within these moments of deep relaxation where your body and mind start to integrate, start to soak up and absorb all the benefits of today's practice. Feel free to stay here for as long as you'd like, maybe pausing down the video. But if you're ready and willing, slowly bringing some awareness back into the body. Rolling out the ankles, curling in the fingers, shifting the head from side to side. And we'll go for a big body yawn. Arms reach out away from you. Legs elongate out in front of you. Go ahead and bring the knees into the forehead. And slowly roll your way up into a comfortable seat, closing down the eyes. Hands in prayer in front of the chest. I'd like to thank you for flowing with me today, for sharing your energy with me, and for giving this present to yourself. Bring the hands to the third eye. May your mental health be important to you, and may you choose happiness every single day. Bringing the hands to the lips. May you speak words that allow you to feel inspired and fulfilled. Bringing the hands in front of the heart. May you give yourself the time and the permission to focus on yourself and your needs, whatever that may be. The love and light in me recognizes that same love and light in you. Together we say, Namaste.